Hello aspirants and welcome to all of you in competition community. This video is related to the second part of Indian art and culture. And in this video, we are going to discuss some another important and relevant facts from Indian art and culture. In first video, we have discussed Indian philosophy and this is the second video. So let's start from the first question of this video. First question says, which of the following statements are correct? You need to identify the correct statements. And what are the statements? First statement is related to Quwwat-ul-Islam Mosque and the second statement is related to the Qutub Minar. So the third statement is related to the Sultan-e-Garhi. Okay, so the Quwwat-ul-Islam Mosque was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. Yes, this statement is correct. The Quwwat-ul-Islam Mosque was built by the Qutbuddin Aibak, and it is very clear from the inscriptions that he demolished 27 Hindu and Jain temples within the Ratpur citadel of Lal Fort as well as the Kila Rai Pithora. So he demolished that such Hindu temples and established and constructed and built Quwwat-ul-Islam Mosque, and it was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. Next statement is Iltutmish rebuilt. Here the name is very important. Iltutmish rebuilt the two-story of the Qutub Minar when it was damaged by lightning in 1373. So this statement, the fact is correct. 1373 there was lightning and the Qutub Minar two stories was damaged. So the Qutub Minar was built by the Qutbuddin Aibak. The construction was started by Qutbuddin Aibak, but the construction was completed by his son-in-law and successor Iltutmish. Remember this point? Originally, the Qutub Minar had 4 stories, but the uppermost of which was damaged by the lightning in 1373. So remember here, so Firoz Shah Tughlaq rebuilt the uppermost story and the 5th story of Qutub Minar. So this was the story of Qutub Minar. Hence the statement is incorrect because this reconstruction was done by Firoz Shah Tughlaq, not Iltutmish. So remember one more point about Qutub Minar. This 72.5 high Minar is the highest stone tower of India. Another construction of Qutbuddin Aibak, early mosque of Qutbuddin Aibak was well known Adhai Din Ka Jhopla, which was constructed on Ajmer, and it was constructed from the material obtained after demolishing Hindu temples. That's why this is also very important. Adhai Din Ka Jhopla constructed by Qutbuddin Aibak. Now the another statement, Sultan-e-Garhi was the first Islamic mausoleum built in India. Yes, this is correct statement. So Sultan-e-Garhi was the first Islamic mausoleum for Prince Nasiruddin Mahmud. This is the mausoleum for Prince Nasiruddin Mahmud, who was the eldest son of the Iltutmish. So this statement is also correct. So what is the answer here? The correct statement first and third, and second is the wrong statement, and so the correct answer is 1 and 3. So C is the correct answer. Okay. Now moving to the next question. So here is the second question. Consider the following statements with reference to the unique Pitra Dura style. This is very important style, Pitra Dura style, and the two statements are. These are the two statements. So first of all, discuss what is Pitra Dura style and what does this word means for. Actually, Pitra Dura is nothing but the Italian phrase. This means the hard stone. It means the white marble included with some floral designs, or we can use the semi-precious stones on it. That design is called Pitra Dura styles. लाल कलर के अगर कलर स्टोन्स हमने संगमरमर पे इस्तेमाल किया है तो वो आपका Pitra Dura स्टाइल कहलाता है. तो इससे पहले कि आपको और बताएं, चलो एक पिक्चर देख लेते हैं कि आखिर होता कैसा है. So here is a picture and this picture is of एतमादुल्ला टॉम. एतमादुल्ला टॉम की ये पिक्चर आपको दिख रही है. इसमें first time there was a use of Pitra Dura style. In which tomb? In Etmadullah's tomb. Okay. So what is Pitra Dura? So you can see here. Here is the style. Etmadullah's tomb, and this design you are looking. See. संगमरमर है और संगमरमर में रंग बिरंगे पत्थर का सेमी प्रेशियस स्टोन्स का यूज किया गया है. फ्लोरल डिजाइन्स का इसमें इस्तेमाल किया गया है. So this is nothing but the Pitra Dura style. This is also called, this design is called as Mehrab, and this type of designs are called as Gumbad. Okay. So what are the statements here? It includes floral designs made of semi-precious stones on the white marble walls. So this is very correct statements. Yes, this statement is correct. So this Pitra Dura style was become more popular during the reign of Shah Jahan. So obviously the more use of this Pitra Dura style was on the Taj Mahal, not on the Moti Masjid. So Pitradura style was used on large scale in Moti Masjid? No. The Pitradura style was used on large scale on the Taj Mahal because it was become more popular during the reign of Shah Jahan, not on Moti Masjid. Though the Moti Masjid was built using the white marbles, but Pitradura style का large scale में use नहीं हुआ था. So this is wrong statement. We need to identify the correct statement. Only one is the correct statement. Okay, Pitradura style. Next question. So here's the next question. Which of the following statements regarding the Nastaliq, very important thing, Nastaliq. Nastaliq के correct statement कौन से हैं? तो what is Nastaliq? Actually, Nastaliq is nothing but calligraphy. The art of handwriting. The art of handwriting को क्या बोलते हैं? Nastaliq. And it was developed in Iran in 14th and 15th century को ये develop हुआ था. ठीक है. So first statement is it is a type of Persian calligraphy. Yes, it is a correct statement. Obviously, it is a type of Persian calligraphy. Let me show you the picture of Nastaliq. So you can see here, this is example of Nastaliq. है ना, छोटा सा ये example आप देख रहे हो, ये Nastaliq आपको दिख रही है. चलो और भी examples हम देख सकते हैं. यहाँ पर देखिए, ये दिख रहा है ताजमहल, और ताजमहल में भी Nastaliq का आपको ये टॉम्ब दिख रहा है. यहाँ पर भी Nastaliq का एग्जाम्पल आप देख सकते हो. कुछ ऐसे यहाँ पर कैरेक्टर्स हैं जो एक इमेज के जैसे दिखाई देते हैं, इसी को आप क्या कहते हो? Nastaliq कहते हो. तो अकबर फेवरेट वाज द Nastaliq. याद रखना, ये अकबर का फेवरेट था. इट इज नथिंग बट अ फ्लूइड स्टाइल विद लॉन्ग हॉरिजॉन्टल स्ट्रोक्स. तो ये भी देख सकते हैं, लॉन्ग हॉरिजॉन्टल स्ट्रोक्स है यहाँ पे, फ्लूइड स्टाइल भी दिख रहा है, उर्दू भी इसमें से लिखी जाती है. दिस इज नथिंग बट द Nastaliq. तो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. Now let's come back to the question. So it is a type of Persian calligraphy, yes, and it is a fluid style with long horizontal strokes. Yes, this is also the correct statement. So what is the answer regarding the Nastaliq? Both statements are correct, hence C is the answer. Now moving to the next question. So next question, who wrote a Marathi commentary, the Bhagavad Gita? So who wrote the Marathi? Who wrote the Bhagavad Gita in Marathi? This question can be framed such like that also. So the answer is Gyaneshwar. Gyaneshwar wrote a Marathi commentary on Bhagavad Gita, which was also called as Bhavarth Deepika. So remember, this question may ask with the name Bhavarth Deepika, or also remember, because it was written by Gyaneshwar, so it is also called as Gyaneshwari. ज्ञानेश्वरी ये भी कहा जाता है इसको. तो ये दोनों किसने लिखा था? तो याद रखना, ये दोनों किसने लिखा था? ज्ञानेश्वर ने लिखा था. So by interpreting the Bhagavad Gita in melodious Marathi tunes, Gyaneshwar laid the basis of the Bhagavad Dharma into the Maharashtra. So Gyaneshwar related to which state? This question may also ask in the examination. He was related to Maharashtra. Okay, so next question. So here is the next question. When were the Charminar built? When were the Charminar built? So where is the Charminar located first? So Charminar is located in Hyderabad. So the state is Telangana, not Andhra Pradesh. Now Charminar is located in Telangana and it was built by Quli Qutub Shah. So remember Charminar, and it was constructed on 1591. Remember, this is also very important date, 1591. 1582. 1582 is related to Akbar, Deen-e-Ilahi. Akbar started Deen-e-Ilahi. 1575 Akbar started Mansabdari. So Mansabdari practice started by Akbar in 1575, and 1564 Akbar abolished Jizya tax. So these three dates are related to Akbar, but Charminar was constructed on 1591. Okay, so moving to the next question. Next question is, who is the author of Natya Shastra? Who is the author of Natya Shastra? Actually, Natya Shastra is related to the musicology. It contains the several important chapters on music, and it was the creature of Bharat Muni. Remember, Natya Shastra is related to the Bharat Muni. While Inshallah Kha, the story of Rani Kaitki is known for the story of Rani Kaitki. Maithili Sharan Gupta, his very important creature is Saket. Saket, and Maithili Sharan Gupta is known for Saket. Sumitra Nandan Pant, his very important creature is Chidambara. Chidambara. So Sumitra Nandan Pant is known for Chidambara. So Natya Shastra was written by Bharat Muni. Next question is, whose first tomb is based on the Charbagh style? So this question is based on the Charbagh style. So by the options we can easily identify that the answer is Babur, because Babur was famous for Bagh styles, for Baghs, and he was buried in Bagh-e-Babur also in Kabul. So we remember this, so we can connect directly from the Babur. But if Babur is not given in option, then your answer must be Humayun. Remember Humayun if Babur is not given. Because the Charbagh concept in mausoleums is seen is Humayun's tomb, which is in Delhi. So the answer is Humayun. But this style came from the Central Asia, from the Bagh-e-Babur. So the answer for this question will be Babur. But if Babur is not given, then the answer would be Humayun. Okay, so moving to the next question. Next question is, where is the Pushkar fair organized? Very easy question and everybody knows about it. Pushkar Mela organized in Rajasthan. Remember, the Pushkar Mela is organized in Rajasthan, but here asking the exact location. So the exact location is Ajmer. It is an annual fair. Every year it is organized in Rajasthan, Ajmer, on the day of Kartik Purnima. And it is one of the largest cattle fair of the world. In this day, the farmers of the Rajasthan buy and sell their cattle. Okay, this information is sufficient for the Pushkar Mela. Remember, what is Pushkar Mela? So, where it is actually organized? It is actually organized as Ajmer. Okay, next question. Next question is, Tamil Nadu's most popular festival is? This is very important question and so many times this question has asked in the examinations. First of all, Gudi Padwa. Gudi Padwa is the festival of Maharashtra. Remember, Onam is related to Kerala, not from the Tamil Nadu. Bihu, obviously, it is related to Assam. And Pongal, yes, it is related to Tamil Nadu. So, Pongal is the very important festival and it is related to Tamil Nadu. Next. Okay, so here's the next question. Which of the following famous in the field of painting? So, who is the famous painter of India? Parvin Sultan, T.N. Krishnan, Ram Kinkar, Raja Ravi Verma. Yes, Raja Ravi Verma is the most important painter of the India. Remember, he belongs from the state भी आपसे पूछा जा सकता है. He belongs from the state Kerala. And also, because of his excellent brush strokes and lifelike paintings, he also dubbed as Raphael of the East. ये भी आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा कि राफेल ऑफ द ईस्ट किसको कहा जाता है. तो ये राफेल ऑफ द ईस्ट किसको कहा जाता है? राजा रवि वर्मा, dubbed as राफेल ऑफ द. And some of his very famous works named as Mother India, Lady in the Moonlight, रावण किडनैपिंग सीता, ये इनका सबसे ज्यादा फेमस रहा है. रावण किडनैपिंग सीता, इसके लिए भी किसको जाना जाता है? तो राजा रवि वर्मा उसके लिए है. एंड रिसेंटली द मूवी हैज बीन नेम्ड ऑन हिज नेम, Rang Rasya. Rang Rasya is the movie. So this information related to Raja Ravi Verma. Remember, he is the very famous painter of India. Next question. Here is the next question. Swami Narayan Temple, where is Akshardham located? Akshardham Temple. So the most probable answer is Delhi. One Akshardham Temple is located in Delhi, but before Delhi Akshardham Temple, another located in Dwarka, Gujarat. So this will be the correct option. Dwarka, Gujarat. Akshardham Temple कहाँ है? So ये गुजरात में है, द्वारका में ये located है. चलो बढ़ते हैं अगले प्रश्न की तरफ. So the next question. In which state is the Virupaksha Temple located? Virupaksha Temple किस state में है ये हमको बताना है. तो Virupaksha Temple is located in Hampi, Karnataka. Yes, it is located in Hampi, Karnataka, while Nataraj Temple is located in Tamil Nadu. Nataraj Temple is located in Tamil Nadu and it was exact location है Hampi, Karnataka में, and it was because Virupaksha is nothing but a form of Lord Shiva की ये form होती है ना, and it was built by the Vijayanagar Empire. And it was also designated as UNESCO's World Heritage Site under monuments which are located in Hampi. But examiner can ask, another Virupaksha temple is also located in Pattadkal. Remember, Pattadkal. Another Virupaksha temple is located here. Okay, so right now the answer of this question is Hampi, Karnataka. Hampi, Karnataka. If examiner asks Nataraj temple, then it is located in Tamil Nadu. Next question. So next question is, which of the following is not included in the city of Delhi's 7 sisters? 7 cities of Delhi. Okay, so as per the historical records, 7 cities have found in Delhi, and the name of these 7 cities are, see, I am discussing the all 7 names, 7 cities of Delhi. First of all, remember Kila Rai Pithora, or you can also say the Lal Kot. Next is Siri. After Siri, Tughlaqabad. After Tughlaqabad, Jahanpanah, Firozabad, Shahjahanabad, और उसके बाद याद रखना है शेरगढ़ी. These are the 7 sisters These are the 7 cities of Delhi. Remember, 7 cities of Delhi. So out of which is not included in the 7 sisters. This is the question. Tughlaqabad included, Shahjahanabad included, Firozabad included. So the answer is none. So the correct answer for this question is nothing but none. Next question. So next question is related to the game, and name of the game is Vallam Kali. What is Vallam Kali? Is it wrestling? Is it race? Some kind of race? Is it snake boat race or it is bull race? So after discussing the correct answer, I just want to show you the image of Vallam Kali race. So you can see here, this is a Vallam Kali sports, Vallam Kali game which is organized in Kerala, and it is a traditional game which is every year it is organized in Kerala. पुन्नमड़ लेक में ऑर्गेनाइज किया जाता है. सो आपको दिख रहा है ये एक तरह का स्नेक बोट रेस कहलाता है. स्नेक बोट रेस, और कहां पर होता है ये भी याद रखना, ये केरला में होता है. सो वल्लम कली इज नथिंग बट अ काइंड ऑफ स्नेक बोट रेस. सो रिमेंबर, वल्लम कली इज स्नेक बोट रेस. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द छऊ आर्ट प्रेवलेंट इन उड़ीसा इज. तो क्या है ये छऊ आर्ट जो है, ये क्या है? व्हाट इज इट अ काइंड ऑफ मार्शल आर्ट? Is it a kind of craft or painting or theoretical arts? So what is chhau? Actually, the word chhau originates from the word chhaya, which means shadow. So it is a kind of mask dance. To narrate the mythological stories, some martial movements are used in this chhau dance. So some martial movements are used. So obviously the correct answer is it is nothing but a martial art. Okay, तो ये एक martial art कहलाता है. So there are 3 styles of chhau. One is in Jharkhand, one is in Odisha, and one is in West Bengal. So in Odisha, the style of chhau is called Mayurbhanj style, in which the artists do not wear mask. Remember, this fact is very important. So the answer of this question is nothing but martial art, because obviously to narrate the mythological stories, some martial movements are used. Okay. Next question. Next question is, what does Ajanta portrait represent? So this question belongs from Ajanta caves. Okay. First of all, where are these Ajanta caves are located? So these caves are situated in Aurangabad district. And where is this Aurangabad district? Oh, it is in Maharashtra. So this is the first question. And why these caves are famous? So these Ajanta caves are famous for its 29 rock cut Buddhist cave monuments. Okay, so it simply means that Ajanta caves are related to Buddhism. So the major figure for which these monuments are, these caves are famous, the figure is Buddhism. And the most important part, many of the tales from Jataks, from what? From Jataks have been depicted on the walls. Okay, so this question, the correct answer for this question is nothing but Jatak. Next question. So here is the next question. Where did miniature, the word is here, the keyword is miniature, paintings of Indian heritage develop? तो ये कहां पर डेवलप हुई है miniature? Actually the word miniature is derived from the Latin word, और जो Latin word है वो है minium. And the meaning of this word minium is red lead paint. Actually, this paint was used to write manuscripts. So out of which सबसे ज्यादा जो बात करनी है राजस्थानी पेंटिंग्स की, यहां पर बात करनी है. राजपूत पेंटिंग्स भी इनको कहा जाता था. ज्यादा से ज्यादा ये मुगल पीरियड में ही डेवलप हुई थी, और इतनी डेवलप हुई थी कि बाद में इनको राजपूत पेंटिंग्स भी कहा जाने लगा था. अलग अलग स्कूल्स बने थे पेंटिंग्स के लिए, जैसे कि एक स्कूल हो गया किशनगढ़ स्कूल ऑफ पेंटिंग, बूंदी स्कूल ऑफ पेंटिंग, मेवाड़ स्कूल ऑफ पेंटिंग, बुलर स्कूल ऑफ पेंटिंग. बट पहले कह रहा है कि डेवलप कहां पर हुआ था? यस, इट वाज फर्स्ट डेवलप्ड इन किशनगढ़. सो द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज किशनगढ़. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सिटी वाज गिवन बाय पांडवास टू गुरु द्रोणाचार्य एज गुरु दक्षिणा? है ना, बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. गुरु दक्षिणा, गुरु द्रोणाचार्य, और सिटी भी बोल रहा है तो वो भी गुरु ही होगी. सो द आंसर इज व्हाट? गुरुग्राम. और इसका जो अलग नाम है वो पूछा जा सकता है, आप इसको गुरुग्राम भी कहते हो, और कहां पर है? तो भाई साहब ये आपके हरियाणा में लोकेटेड है. द्रोणाचार्य के बारे में, पांडवों के बारे में और कौरवों के बारे में ज्यादा डिस्कस करने की आवश्यकता यहाँ नहीं है. द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज गुड़गांव. नेक्स्ट इज, विच लैंग्वेज इज स्पोकन बाय द पीपल ऑफ लक्षद्वीप? लक्षद्वीप में कौन सी भाषा बोली जाती है? कौन सी लैंग्वेज लक्षद्वीप में बोली जाती है? अगर आप गेस भी करना चाहें तो हम देखें कि लक्षद्वीप इज लोकेटेड समहाउ हियर, एंड हियर द स्टेट इज केरला, एंड केरला, केरला के लोग कौन सी भाषा बोलते हैं? तो रिमेंबर केरला के लोग क्या बोलते हैं? वो लोग मलयालम कहते हैं। सो ऑब्वियसली अगर गेस भी करें तो लक्षद्वीप में भी क्या बोला जा सकता है? मलयालम। सो इट इज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज मलयालम। Next, so here is the next question and last question of this video. Lotia, and it is related to the music. Lotia folk music is related to which state? So let me tell you, this question is very important. Lotia folk music is located to which state? So the correct answer is Rajasthan. It is located, it is related to Rajasthan state. Very important and very easy question. Remember it. So this was the last question of the video. So I hope these questions will help you to prepare for your examinations. Thank you and Jai Hind.
CGPSC की संपूर्ण तैयारी के लिए कंपटीशन कम्युनिटी के YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और डेली अपडेट्स के लिए बेल आइकन को प्रेस करना ना भूलें।